Get in here, baby. All right, y'all. Well, we just made a long, nasty run up the river. I'm soaking wet. This mask right here just saved my tail. This thing's like 15 bucks on Amazon, and it kept the rain out of my face, because I'm gonna tell you what, I would have got pelted without it. So anyway, this is linked in the description below if you want to check it out. It might save you as well, but it's nasty out here. We just ran up river to a creek. We're gonna start fishing right here. We're gonna see if we can figure something out for Saturday, and hopefully we catch a bunch of fish, and hopefully we catch some big ones. We're not gonna beat them up, okay? We're out here pre-fishing. We're just trying to find areas that have fish in them that we can get confidence in, and we're gonna start off right here. So let's go ahead, let's pick up the first rod. Probably gonna be the frog. Let's see if we can catch some fish, and hopefully we don't get too wet. Let's get to it. Whew, I'm gonna tell you what, that was a nasty run up the river, but man, we come up here, this water is clean. Dark tannic water. We're gonna start off with the frog, see if we can get bit. This is my kind of stuff right here. We've just fired the first cast up in a tree, but we're gonna see if we can get bit and hopefully get some big ones. I wasn't real sure what it was going to look like up the river where it really narrows up, and I'm pretty pleased with the way it looks. Pretty pleased. Not sure what we have right here for water depth. Looks good. Have good depth. But yeah, we're going to see if we can get some big fish to come up on the frog, the buzz bait, flipping. I definitely know it's going to be some big fish up here, like, for sure. We just got to see if we can get them to bite and kind of go from there. It does look like the water's down maybe a foot, maybe. Just kind of looking at the trees. Looks like it might be down just about a foot, maybe. But we're just gonna kind of take our time, you know, methodically fish areas that we think there should be fish at. We got lay down right here. Looks like a lot of duckweed in here, which looks good. But yeah, let's see what we can figure out. See what we can figure out and get some bites, eliminate some water. That's one thing about practicing. Eliminating water is just as good as catching fish. I've definitely figured that out. So we're gonna find some good water and we're gonna eliminate some bad water. Yeah, I definitely like the way this place looks. This looks good. Now, I don't know if we're in a really good feeding pattern right now, just with this wind and weather and all. I don't think we're going to be in the best feeding pattern, but I really like the way this looks. Looks really good. This dark water. Definitely thinking I should get a frog bite for sure. Just looks right for it. Ooh. There we go. Oh, that was a nice bass. That was a nice bass. He came up under it and just barely bowled on it. That was a 2-something probably. Dang it. That fish was very shy on it when he came up. Very shy on it. All right, well, there is the first bite. First bite. It was a good one too. Like I said, very subtle. Very subtle bite, but hey, I'll take it. That fish came up and kind of bulled underneath of it and then came up again and swirled and ate it. I think these conditions definitely have them a little bit, you know, a little bit messed up, but that's good. I'm glad I got that bite. That kind of gives me an idea that there are some decent fish in here. So if I get maybe one more, then I'll say, okay, you know, we got some bass in here, and we'll go ahead and move on up the river. Move on up the river. All right, y'all, we're gonna throw the buzzbait a little bit. See if we can get bit on this. Kind of judge what we do on this, on when we pick up the rage bug. If I go through here and throw this for a little bit and don't get bit, then we're gonna pick the old rage bug up. But to not have had but one bite on the frog has kind of got me thinking a lot of these fish might be in a little bit of a funky mood. This little creek right here isn't the best for the buzzbait because it has a lot of vegetation floating, and whenever you have a lot of vegetation floating like this duckweed and all, it will get stuck in these blades and just make it not act right. So you have to be aware of that when you are throwing it, but we're gonna throw it anyway. We're gonna give her a try. All right, y'all, so now we're out here on the main river. I'm throwing the buzzbait around a little bit. I might pick up the frog. Once again, I'm dealing with all of this duckweed. It's just tons of it. It's just really getting all in the blade on the buzzbait and making it a little bit difficult. So we might get the frog back in our hand and try that, but I'm definitely seeing on my graph, it looks like there's a high concentration of fish out here, like especially out off the bank a little bit. Just really looks like a lot of fish. I mean, a lot. So I'm almost wondering if I need to pick up like a crankbait. I got my crankbait out and got that up here on the deck just in case I want to throw that, but I wanted to throw this buzzbait around a little more, but I tell you, it's just, this thing's giving me a fit. I don't know, y'all can probably see just all the stuff up here, and if I'm not getting that proper sound out of it, then I don't want to be throwing it, you know. There we go. All right, well, it has been quite a while since I had gotten a bite, and I just got a really good bite right then, right here, and I missed him. I let him eat it good, and I'm not real sure why I just missed that fish. I mean, because he came up and ate it, and that fish was heavy. That was a pretty heavy fish. But that's good. Got a bite right there on that little corner right there. But I'm not 100% sure why I'm losing the fish. I mean, that fish came up and ate it good. Like, that was a 4+ pounder. I mean, definitely a 4+ pounder right there. That was a really good bite. All right, they will come up and bite the frog. That's the only thing I've gotten my 2 bites on, is the frog. So we're gonna keep on with that for right now. But dang, that was a good fish. There we go. There we go. There's one. Get in here. That's a nice one. All right. About doggone time. I'm gonna tell you what. And I mean, he completely ate it like he was supposed to. There we go. Right there. Fish number 1 from right here at this little, where this little ditch comes out. I was thinking that maybe there should definitely be a fish right here. Probably more than one. Well, looks like we'll probably come up here Saturday with 1 rod. Oh man, I mean, it has been a while since we got that first bite, but we got 2 bites right there together, which is good. Very good. This little stretch right here might be a pretty good little stretch. But yeah, I mean, just overall the bites are just like very, very few and far in between. But that's one thing about the frog. If you can get bit on it and they're good bites, then I mean, you don't need that many. But you just got to get them in the boat. You just got to get them in the boat. That's the whole thing about it. You don't want to be losing them. But the last 2 bites have been pretty aggressive. So as I'm going along here, I'm trying to kind of pay attention to where I'm getting bit and see if I can kind of put together a little bit of an idea of where the fish are at. You know, one fish I lost was in a bend. One fish I lost was on a tree. The fish I caught was at the mouth of a ditch. So like nothing real definitive right now as far as like pattern goes. Nothing real definitive at all, just other than I've gotten some bites on the frog, and the frog is really the only thing that I've gotten bit on. So that's kind of the only definitive thing, but definitely we're going to keep on with the frog for now and see if we can continue to get bit. It's a lot of just kind of bushy stuff and limbs and all up over the water, so it just kind of, you know, your line, that braid gets wrapped all around it a lot. And that makes it extremely tough, especially for throwing the buzzbait, which we can't really throw because of all this duckweed and just stuff in the water, just kind of getting all wrapped around the blade and all. But we definitely had a few bites in that one little zone. So we're gonna kind of see if we get bit any more along this shoreline. That left shoreline looks really good too. Maybe even better than this shoreline that I'm fishing. Has a lot of cuts and a lot more trees and stuff that sit out off of it. So we might end up coming down that stretch. All right, so I just jumped over to the other side of the river, and we're gonna fish down this side. This side looks pretty good. Has a lot of stumps and laydowns and still a lot of duckweed and stuff. But I think it's got more depth to it. Looks like it does have more depth. So I'm hoping that'll have these fish kind of pushed up a little bit closer to the shoreline. The water, I can tell with these trees now, the water's down like 9 or 10 inches. Somewhere in there. Not terrible, but it's definitely down. Definitely down. That's a bite. There we go. There's a bass. He just come off. What in the world is going on? I tell you what, I hope we're getting all the losing out of our system today, because man, if we ain't lost all but one fish we've gotten a bite from, highly, highly uncharacteristic. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What in the world is going on? Now we have got to get this out of our system. I just picked the flipping stick back up to try to flip around some of this wood. That was a pretty good bite. I mean, that fish thumped it. He wasn't a great big one, but I mean, he thumped it hard when he bit it. So they will bite the rage bug. But I mean, we surely lost that sucker. Lost him. Quick too, I mean. As soon as he come up to jump, he came off. There we go. That fish ate it, went under the duckweed, and was still swimming with it. Every one of these fishes, that's kind of funny. Every one of these fish have leeches on them. There's another one right there, has a leech under that lip right there, but little guy, not big. Definitely not what we need, but that is a fish. That is a fish, so that's a good thing. That fish just took it off the surface so silently that I had absolutely no clue that I just got bit. I had no clue at all. So that's pretty crazy. Got one? Oh, there we go, on the spinnerbait. Not a keeper, but nice little fish. Scott got number one. We've been fishing now for, ooh, that like rolled and stuck. That was kind of weird how that did, but we've been fishing now for probably, I don't know, 30 minutes probably, I would say. We fished on up in this creek pretty far. I had one bite on the buzz bait. Was a smaller fish. Scott just caught one on the spinnerbait. And I gotta get out of this shallow water here. But we were wondering if there were any bass in here just because of salinity and different stuff. So there definitely are. But are there any like big ones in here? You know, that's the question. Are there any keeper size fish that are gonna do me some good come Saturday morning? You know, that's what we're trying to figure out. So we got this railroad track right here where we can't go any further. So we're gonna fish up to that, and we're gonna turn and start working our way out. Hopefully we catch a couple more. But if not, we're gonna go ahead and work our way out of here. There's one. There's one on the buzz bait. Oh, little guy just came off. Seems to be a lot of little fish right now. There's so much bait in here, it's absolutely crazy. All right, so we just came to another spot. We just decided that other area just was not putting out quite like we wanted it to. So we're gonna start right here. I'm actually going to, what am I gonna do? I'm actually gonna flip to start off with, and I'm probably gonna pick up the frog. Scott's throwing the spinnerbait. So we got a little bit of breeze blowing in here, a little bit of chop. We came just a little bit further into this creek right here. We're gonna see what we do. Not gonna spend a ton of time in here. Just trying to find some areas where we can get bit quick. I do like the depth of this. This has good depth.
Yes.
It has good depth. I do like that. I'm just gonna fish up into this little cut right here, and then we're gonna. Here we go. On the frog, baby. Oh no, I lost him. I'm losing everything. Oh my goodness. I've done lost every single fish that I have stuck. What is going on? Well, first cast for the frog. We are definitely hung on something because we're not moving at all. But got a bite on the frog. Dude, what is going on? This is a brand new frog, and I've done lost a second fish now. My hooks aren't bad. I'll bend it up a little bit more. All right, well, I mean, that was a good bite. That fish came over that stump and just annihilated it. We might be starting to get into the zone where from here back, you know what I'm saying? So what we'll do, we'll fish it a little bit more, see if we get, you know, if the bites become more frequent, then we'll say, okay, from here back is the zone. Because that was 2 bites on the frog quick. Or either there's just a frog bite going on, you know, because I haven't thrown it a ton. And normally there is a frog bite going on here. I wouldn't be surprised if Saturday morning I get out 2 rods. Frogging rod and a flipping rod. Stuck that darn hook right in my finger. I was bending it out. See if I can get this one in the boat. There we go. I figured there would be one there. All right, so we got a little frog bite going on. That's my 3rd bite. I've just been missing them terribly, but there's a little guy right there, kind of in a to be expected spot right here on the front of this tree, but this is good. This is good. I'm thinking we're going to be able to go out to the main river and duplicate what we're seeing here. This was an outside tree on a little point on a corner, and I missed or lost one on another little point tree. So what I'm going to do, I was actually getting ready to leave here, but I'm going to work my way up to this very, very next tree on this corner, and I'm going to see if we get bit here. And if we do, then I'm going to call it done, and we're going to get out of here and we're going to run in the river. But once again, that was not a keeper fish. you know, like I said, definitely know that there are keeper fish here, but what I'm trying to do is establish a pattern. You know, the fish are on trees on points, the fish are on offshore trees, things like that. Did you just miss one? Scott just missed one flipping. You know, things like that. So the problem with here is I don't want to just 100% focus everything in this creek, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to come here on Saturday. I have to stress that. The wind Saturday, a fish just literally came out the water right in front of me. But the wind Saturday is supposed to blow hard. And I may not be able to get here. I may not be able to get here. So that's why I got to go check some other spots. All right, y'all, this is most likely going to be our last spot. I'm going to tell you what, we have suffered through an extremely tough bite, and I mean it has been rough. Not 100% sure why the bite has been so tough, but it has been very tough. So we're going to work our way into this canal. We're going to see if we can get bit, catch some fish, and honestly, Saturday, I think I'm just gonna have to come here and just show up and fish. I mean, that's all I got going for me right now. Hopefully we can get bit. I'm probably gonna throw the frog the rest of the time. I might switch up, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm probably gonna throw that frog. Oh, there he is. Got it. Dig it. Get in here, baby. Now that's one right there that I wouldn't mind having on Saturday. Chunk right there came over this log and ate it. Frog fish, skinny guy, but that's a keeper. There we go, right there. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all what, we have fished quite a while and finally got a decent keeper right there. We're gonna fish in here a little bit further. I was just telling Scott, they're starting to look kind of juicy. It's starting to look pretty good, but I will take that. All right, cool. Now, if I get a couple more bites in here on the frog, I might say, okay, like, need to leave this alone and come back here Saturday morning first thing. So we'll keep working in and see what we do. Oh, bro. My chesty is not on, dude. You're gonna have to come up here and show it to this camera. Oh, y'all, Scott just got bit on the spinnerbait right here in this bend. He caught a pretty one right here. Y'all check that one out. It has been a grind out here. I mean, it has been a grind, and that's a pretty good spinnerbait bite right there. So, all right, well, as you can see, the pre-fishing was really tough. You know, it was two really nasty days out there, especially the first day I went, which was on Wednesday, and it just rained all day long. I was not expecting it to be like that, and it was just really nasty. And then the following day, I was not happy with what I did at all. I was losing fish, just did not find what I wanted. So the next day, my buddy Scott came with me. We fished around. I felt like we found a little bit more. I found an area, you know, down the river. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to run there tomorrow in the tournament just because it is supposed to be so windy. But Thursday was very nasty as well, and it wasn't really until the afternoon until things cleared up, and we actually caught our two biggest fish out of one particular creek. So tomorrow's going to be a lot different. It's going to be very sunny. It's not supposed to be like any clouds in the sky at all, but it is supposed to be very windy with winds up to 30+ miles per hour. So I don't know. You know, it's really close. The AOI right now is really close. It's three of us that are all within 3 points of each other, so it could go anyway. The only thing is I've got to catch some fish. I do think it's going to be tough, but you know, we're just going to do what we can do, and that's all I can do. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and I'm going to catch them. If it's not meant to be, then I'm not going to catch them, and that's where I'm going to leave it. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe. Do not miss out on the next video, which will be the tournament video. So hopefully we catch them. I don't know. Wish me luck.